All right. Let's see. Should be good there. All right. 0 here. 1 of 1. Yeah. So cloning. It took a little while, but I think I finally got all the bugs out of it. I had to pretty much redesign everything. Not that fun, but I think we're good now. So, all right. So this little set here is going to be what controls like what goes where. So like that's going to send the first one there, and it's going to send the second one there, and then that's going to do that, and then it's all going to do its whole little thing. And then yeah, okay, so this is what sets all the placeholders and coordinates and everything to where the arrow is. I changed it a little bit so the armor stands are no longer going to follow it like as it flies. All it's going to do is once it hits, then because then it'll change a value, which I think is this box here, not this one, not that one. Is it this one? Yeah, okay. So this in ground 1B, that means that it's like stuck to something, and so once that goes on, then that's when we teleport. And so then we just take this guy and we teleport him over there. And that was awkward. Anyways, and then it just deletes the arrow, changes the block that's going to be over here to air. Well, I changed it to stained glass, that way it looks all nice and stuff. And then, yeah, does a whole bunch of stuff. So those here are in this 2x3 section here. Alright. And then, for the corrections and everything, I had to redo those as well. I also changed the way that each of these things is kind of like the area that it's looking for, I guess. So, and then I also removed, there was like a green one in here, right? And it was just for the 0, y = 0 coordinates. So I got rid of that one completely, so that one was gone, which shortened all this up. Then I expanded the purple here, I expanded the blue down, purple over, and then that way. And then the pink actually shrunk by 1. And that way we're not sharing like any, like, I guess areas, right? So basically it works. So this is each one individually. So for the pink blocks, it'll execute this. For the purple ones, it'll execute that. And for the blue ones, it'll execute that. And then yellow, we don't actually have to do anything for. So that one is just kind of taken care of in this line right here. And then these ones are just the ones that like check for, you know, from first coordinate, where is the second coordinate? Does it fit within this little section here? And then if it does, do some stuff. If it fits in the opposite direction, so it's like still kind of the same, but like just like directly opposite, then you just invert and then run the whole thing as it was. So, yeah. And then, okay, so this right here, this little 4x2 thing here, that is going to be here, down here on the bottom. So that's what that is. And then we had the actual, the stuff that actually like clones everything over, and that's going to be this here. So this is, it takes up a 2x2 area, even though we're only using like 3 of those areas. And then I changed this a little bit so that way instead of having like multiple, you know, redstone blocks that just pop in and then like do stuff, I managed to get it all to work with just a long string of command blocks. And then you can alternate between like conditional, which are these ones, and like non-conditional or unconditional ones, to sort of like take care of different things, I guess. And then, so that 2x1 over there, or 2x2 I should say, that one is right in these, right here. So that's what that is. And then up here is the one that kind of resets everything at the end. So it kills all of these guys, it summons them all back in these nice little places right here. And then if you're looking at it and it's like, oh, you can't read anything because they're all overlapping, well, all I gotta do is just look at it this way. So there you go. Now you can read each one pretty easily. All right, now red. These blocks right here, when you take this structure and you put it into your world, you're going to take this coordinate right here, whatever that might be. I think in the actual structure, it's also red stained glass, so it makes it pretty easy. So take that block, the one that's highlighted right now, and then you're going to break these two blocks here, and then you're going to place those coordinates here and here, and then also right here. Now you need to do that, otherwise it's going to take what mine has, and I mean, it could still technically work, but I don't know. If it's outside of the world, like if your stuff is like 50,000 blocks like that way, it's not going to work because that block is outside of the loaded chunks. So that's the first thing you do when you take this and you put it into your world. Take this block and update those coordinates right there. And then this block right here, this will give you the bow. So this just gives you the first coordinate bow. That's all you need. Everything else is taken care of with the command blocks here. Alright, now in here we will have a redstone block that will go up to here, then up to here. We'll have more redstone that'll go in all of these here, and then we have more that'll go here and another one that'll go there. So basically think of this whole wall here as like a switchboard, I guess. Alright, so also very important, this button here, if anything goes wrong with your cloning and like just shit gets fucked up somehow, all you have to do is hit this button right here. This is a master reset, and it will reset, it'll kill all of these guys, it'll give you all new ones, it'll give you a new bow. Yeah, and then if for some reason like you mess up and you like it's like, oh, I didn't want to put that one there, all you have to do, see, like I have coordinate 2, so like if I wanted to start over, all you have to do is just throw it down, and then after 4 ticks, that's actually what these are doing right here, it'll give you a new bow, and then it also resets everything over here. So when this is at number 2, you'll see that moves up, right? Well, in order for it to look for the first coordinate again, that has to reset, so that's what all of this does. And then we just go like that, and then there we go, and then it resets. Alright. Fun times. Alright, so let's see it in action. So we're going to take this one here, and we're going to take this one here. Now these you can do in any order. That's what all of this is. That's what all of this does with the corrections and stuff. So you can hit this corner block and that corner block, or you can hit, I don't know, that one down there and that one up there. I mean, it doesn't matter. Any way that you do this, it will correct itself to get the correct orientation, I guess. And then take this guy, goes over there, and it just builds everything, and then once it's all done building, it'll kill everything, and then you are good to go with another coordinate 1 bow, so you can just start all over again. So it's pretty fast, and then also this is how I check to make sure that like it only clones what is within the bounds that you want to clone. So what I've got here is I've got this block on the inside of this glass wall, and on the inside of this glass wall, and on top of the bottom glass wall there. So if this does anything that you don't want it to do, well, hold on, let me rephrase. This is how I check to make sure that when this clones, it isn't including anything on this wall here, or this wall here, or this wall up here, or the one down here on the bottom. It just clones from that block there to that block there. And then this is what it looks like when it does it. So as you can see, it starts right where the block is. It doesn't go beyond this wall, or beyond that block, I should say. This wall is good, this wall is good. This wall is also good. This was actually giving me an issue earlier, which is why I couldn't release this right away, is it was cloning like the glass blocks just in this pillar of blocks right here. Like imagine that there's blocks right there. So it was actually cloning all of the ones in this location. None of these, just these. So yeah, and then we should be just about done. And there we go. It kills everything, so you can see that we have just between this block here and that block down there is cloned. So this should be good to go, ready to use, bug-free, hopefully. I was actually running into a bug where, like, you would shoot, you know, an arrow, and like as it gave you the second bow, I guess, like the coordinate 2, if you shot the coordinate 1, then it would like reset everything and it would like delete everything. And I'm like, what the is going on? And it turns out that I had to put like a delay. So like this right here, this is what kind of resets everything. Like you'll throw your bow down and then it'll go through here. So basically how this is working is it's checking for this bow as it exists as an item in the world. So like when you throw it down, it exists, right? Now what I did here is this is constantly checking. Sorry, I got, I don't know, something in my throat or something. Anyways, this is constantly checking, right? And so when this does find that that bow is in the world, this will light up. And then it will go through here, and this is the 4-tick delay that I said earlier. Now this is just empty. All this is doing is it's just taking this and just sending it upwards. And then it's checking the same exact thing again. Now the reason for this is if like you give the bow, or like through the command blocks, like you shoot one and then it like deletes that bow and it gives you another bow. This one right here, because it's checking so quickly, would pick up on just that fraction of a second that the bow is like right in front of you before you pick it up, and it would cause the whole thing to reset. So what this is doing is basically it checks to see if it exists in the world, like if it's just out there on the ground, and then 4 ticks later it'll check again. If it's still there, then we know that, hey, we want to actually get rid of it, and yeah, so then it'll go through here and then it'll replace everything. So then this one, let's see, this gives you the new bow. Let me see, this kills the old bow, and then this one updates the reset block up there. And so in that split second that it appears when the command block is giving you the next bow, this will light up, but because you will pick it up before 4 ticks goes on, when it comes up here to like check to see if it still exists, it won't. So that means that none of this will then operate, which then creates or prevents it from, you know, resetting, basically. All right, so that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm pretty happy with this. I made it look like a little monument type thing. And then you can see that this will change based on whatever you cloned last. So that last block there is what it was last cloned. So that's what shows up in there. All right, so cloning, done. And then how I'm going to get it to you guys is, instead of running a one command like creation thing with command blocks, I found a site called JumpShare. And basically it allows you to upload files for free, and then you have like up to 2 gigs of storage, and this whole structure file is only like 10 kilobytes, so I could do like a shit ton of these things. So I will give you the link to that. You should be able to download it, and then I'll also explain in the details below where to put it in the Minecraft files. You're gonna have to go into, if you're using Windows, of course, C, users, your username, I think it's AppData Roaming, and then Minecraft, and then go into saves, go into the save world that you want this to be in, and then if you look in there, there's going to be, well, at least there should be a folder in there called structure or structures. I'll copy the link that I put it in my computer, and you should be able to just follow it along. And then, yeah, you just throw it in there. And then what you do after that, and I will actually do it. So you're going to go into creative mode. You're going to give yourself a structure block. So you just type in structure, and there you go, structure block. And it should give it to you. So here we go. I don't know why I have those. Why do I have those? Anyways, okay, so you load this guy, and you want this to go into load, right? You're going to call this clone. At least I think that's what it's called. Let me just check real quick. clone with a capital C. Okay. So clone with a capital C. I'm not sure if, you know, capitalized is important or not, but there we go. Make sure that you include entities because that's what all of your armor stands are. They're entities. Sure. I think that's everything you need. And then we just hit load. Oh, what's going on? Maybe it's not. Hang on, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I figured out what it was. So what happened is when it got saved with a lowercase c. I'm going to show the bounding box on... What are you doing? You're not loading now? Okay, this just worked. Come on now. There we go. Okay. So that is where this whole thing is. And then we actually have to get it to load. There we go. You just hit load one more time. And then it'll be in your world just like that. And yeah. So, once again, to cover it real quick, actually, let me just delete all this stuff real quick. Okay, and then go here. Okay. So, just to go over it again, okay. So, get your structure block, you put it down, right? Click this twice, go to load, type in clone. You want to show the bounding box. You want to include entities, you hit this, you hit load, and then it shows the bounding box, right? So that's how you can make sure that you've got it where you want it. And then you can also change the relative position, so this will put it one above. So you can change that however you want. And then all you gotta do, once you've got the bounding box in there, is just go in here, you hit load again, and there it is. Real simple. And then you have cloning in your world with a bow, and it'll be cool. Huh. Okay. So I'm going to delete all this again. Hey, what's up, guys? All right, so there you go. Structure file will be on JumpShare. I will give you the link in the description below. Click it, download it. It's 10 kilobytes. Store it into your world, whichever world that you want. Go through the structure block thing where you load it. Make sure you got it in a good place, and you should be good to go. And quick wrap up. You get your bow here. Make sure you change this block here, the coordinates here, into the red blocks here. You have to make sure that you do that. This is the master reset. This is your switchboard side thing. This is where all of your entities will spawn, and it'll be freaking amazing. Alright, so that is the video. Hope you enjoy. If you do, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if I ever come up with some useful thing later on down the line that I can do with command blocks, I now have a way to send it to all of you guys via the structure block file. So, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more stuff like this, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you later. Bye.